Upon thousands of pages with nothing censored. Basically, code names of people, addresses, details. It's all there.
In one of those documents, I was reading absolutely crazy thing. It's written here that our first task here is to bring back to Bulgaria a person who is working against us. And also, it's written here, on the first look, this probably looks like a dirty job, but for us, this is a very noble job.
There are thousands of secret files still preserved in Bulgaria. And the files, even to this day, still show the code names of the spies. It tells you what was done, who it was done to, why it was done. And unlike America and England and other places, it's there, it's open for all to see.
One of the documents which I found, it's written about special actions. And in this particular case, there's a plan what to do here with this guy Mavrov. And the term to do this is 20th of April in 1970. And the names of agents who are directed to go to target these people. So for another guy, this is in London. And this is for another guy in Denmark. And the term to do this is January 70, and so on. So all these plans for doing, and at the end of the year, they make a report what they so far have done with these guys. I was surprised in a way to find nicknames, but at the same time, the real names have been blackened. But I wanted to show something more important. In fact, the interest to this issue started when for the first time, I requested documents from the American Secret Archives more than 15 years ago. And I got thousands of pages related to Bulgaria. And one of my biggest surprise came out from these documents. This is a list of Bulgarians who have lived in Vienna, in Germany, in Austria, and supposedly, according to American services, have been agents for Bulgarian secret services. So, the most important thing which I found on four places is written about Bulgarian member of Soviet-sponsored kidnapping ring. For first time, and this is 4 names like this, about 4 people.
As a historian, if I'm to look at a former MI5 file or something of the CIA files, you just find black redactions all over it with just a couple of words, the and but, left open. The irony is if you then go to Bulgaria and you look at their files from even Service 7, the Murder Bureau, you'll find it's remarkably open. You'll find that they've hardly redacted any of it. So, of course, you can look at the files and you can see the code names of some of those who were trying to kill, and you've got this incredible wealth of information that makes it possible for us to really understand what took place.
It's been almost impossible to get anyone from Bulgarian intelligence to talk about their work in the Cold War, let alone actual operations. But we have found one man, General Todor Boyachiv, who agreed to meet me and go on camera. Although his exact role in the spy world is a little foggy, I'm told that he rose to become the deputy of Bulgarian intelligence.
Interestingly, he denies any knowledge of a top-secret hit squad working for them. But, as the old saying goes, he would say that, wouldn't he?
In each intelligence service, not only in Bulgarian intelligence service, in the structure of intelligence, there is counter-intelligence unit. Usually there are very, very, very secret, small structures which deal with so-named dirty tricks. Sometimes that means assassination. if there was such a structure, it was so secret that even me, deputy head of the Bulgarian intelligence in charge of information and analysis of political information, I never knew about such a structure.
Service 7 had to be secret, very secret, because obviously we're talking now of the Cold War, we're talking of spies everywhere, people being caught, captured, tortured, and if the guys at the top knew the names of everyone and they were tortured, then there's every possibility that they would give the whole game away. So nobody knew who each other was.
Even though you don't know, and we can't prove it, do you think, on all probability, that they did actually have some super secret unit during the Cold War?
Yes, I know that there was a very, very, very secret unit in the Bulgarian intelligence. But that unit didn't have anything to do with assassination or anything like that. That was a unit in which served top secret Bulgarian intelligence officer. They never entered in their life the building of the intelligence. They didn't have any contacts with their official colleagues, the other officers from the intelligence. In most of the cases, they were known only to the very top of the leadership of intelligence, and their identity was a top secret.
This guy is the quintessential spy chief, and he has been for decades. He's been working with the top 4 or 5 other spy chiefs from other allies and adversaries for decades. He's probably working hand in glove with Russia most of his life. So it's become ingrained in him that he can't reveal anything. This is his training. This is a half-century of training that says, I'm just going to blog it. I'm going to tell you I know nothing, and whatever secrets I have, I'm going to take them to my grave.
In the end, Service 7, the Murder Bureau, was wound down in 1974. It remains one of the most closely guarded secrets of the Cold War. You have this great disconnect in the 60s between what we think of being the popular culture of the 60s, which is clearly the sort of summers of love and colourful clothing and flares and rock music and people smoking weed and so on and so forth, and that whole counterculture. But of course, underneath it all is this very, very secret Cold War that in the secret world is actually not cold at all. It's incredibly hot because there are spies running around the world bumping each other off.
Many years ago, there's a kind of super secrecy crossing around Europe here and there. We didn't know about that years ago, but now when the documents are open, we can easily find out that they kidnap people or whatever. Because when I published my book about Murder Bureau, I suddenly discovered there's such a similar unit existed in Germany eventually, and also in Soviet Union.
The public has no idea that there is everything to play for. Russia, Britain, the United States, world domination is at stake. So there's honey traps, there's spies, double spies, there's all kinds of espionage and weird devices that are being used to poison people, to blackmail people, to get information that you couldn't otherwise get. There was no internet, there were no chat rooms. You had to have spies and double spies. Trust no one was the mantra of the day.
It's not called the Cold War for nothing, you know. It really was a secret war. You've got the Eastern Bloc who is fighting against the West. So whether it's America or England or the rest of Europe, there's constantly something going on, and it's just under the radar.
There are no official figures to refer to, but it's believed that Service 7 killed, kidnapped or poisoned around a dozen people in highly planned covert operations from 1963 to 1974. They were said to be a great inspiration behind the Bond films at the same time, and you can see why. I'll see you next time.